so you know, Mother's Day came. And I wrote this poem because I felt like Hallmark didn't represent all mothers. For all the moms who are streetwalkers. So, it's your day to celebrate. Flip off those heels, hang your fishnets here, fake eyelashes there, loosen belt, pull out flask, and let me do the refills. 'Cause it's your day, today it is, my streetwalker mom, whose beauty is touched by so many a day, whose grit and grind is washed out by sublime rapport. And if you could give more and more, well, it would be the whole San Pablo that would score. 'Cause the day is so, let me cover you with this synthetic quilt. No need to go out tonight. Listen along to Roxanne on the quarter to vibrate bed. We'll sing along and you'll do your drunken, medicated dance, and I'll have to babysit you and make sure you don't go crashing out the window or try to pull out the boxed air conditioner or scream profanities from the balcony or throw your clothes on clients with other workers in the parking lot or throw up all around the toilet but not in it or pee on the TV because you thought it was the toilet. Oh, Mom, my streetwalker mom, we love you for all your frailties. When this day is done, promise me to go out and love yourself like all those that love you. Do what you do best. Walk your walk. Strut your butt. 'Cause life sneaks out late. You gotta create the best bait to make them think it is your only date. And remember, there may be those traditional moms that point the finger. Well, you give them the finger back. And know you're the mom who is the bomb, and nobody can do it better in the sack. That's right, Mom. You're special. So this next poem is a poem that I wrote, actually was inspired by my nonfiction class, and it was a really fun class, and we had to go out and do some interviews, and one of the interviews, one of the paper that I did was on homeless people, and so I got to interview this one lady who was homeless. It's called From the Parking Lot. A man got out and gutted the, I'm sorry, I'm going to start over again. A man got gutted the other night by the mustard weed patch. In a torn pocket, he had a picture of his 5-year-old, who is now 20-something. The cops came by, wanting to know if we'd seen this guy, because he's a molester. Nobody wanted to admit he had been our friend for many months. When Melanie pulled up in her RV, some of us asked if we could watch her TV. Some of us could, but only from the parking lot. We agreed on Sanford & Son taped reruns. I wonder about Melanie. She refused to take her medication, so she gave the rest to me. Sometimes I make a trade on one for a cola or two. She keeps saying the same thing over and over, but I didn't see any dead cats in her garbage sacks. Still, I keep my cats locked up in my hatchback. Nobody likes the guy that is stalking me. He calls me his girl, but I told him I'm nobody's girl. It's like it went through one ear and out the other. He parks by me when he can, but my friends try to make it there before he does. He doesn't follow me at night when I go park and sleep at Walmart. My one cat is part bobcat. It would slice him open if he got close enough. My oldest boy from the shelter is coming by tomorrow. He'll straighten out that idiot. All right, this one's called Murder Moments. It's a trick not to think of killing someone while ordering a dozen donuts. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And I took the hatchet out from the preacher's shoulder, apologized for the miscommunication of why he was sitting next to my wife, my ex-wife, on my couch in the middle of the night as I came through my window. I imagined coming through that window with the hatchet so many times before, like I was Johnny in The Shining. He bled all the way to his beat-up Datsun, peeling green, rusted hubcaps. I noted to wash it all down with a hose and some bleach before tomorrow morning. Look, I'm sorry, I told him. My mother was a Baptist. You're a Baptist, right? Well, I was born a Baptist. So I knew how to pray, and I would pray for his bleeding shoulder. That's all I could offer him in God. I imagine I murder someone on the average of every other hour in a day. So that's about 12 people a day. Maybe a bit more, it depends on the weather. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and I slammed her head with cast iron near the guacamole bowl. I had added extra garlic. I didn't know the chopping knife to mix the vodka was a threat. And the Sunday comics I was reading. I bought this well-rounded table from Sears. The green floral plastic chairs went well with the yellow walls. It's only because she asked nicely, so kindly, so considerately, when she got up that I allowed her to go clean up in the bathroom. I guess I've been lucky not to have completed a real murder, knock on wood. Although I get a lot of reading done in prison. I can't fathom the idea of only reading for the rest of my life. I need to be fully active to feel like I exist. The courage to change the things I can and the wisdom to know. She was out with the local officer when I came to pick up the kids. I took them one by one on my motorbike to a remote creek bed. The road welled up and waved as I stayed on my side, watching the yellow snake get away from me. Strangers are easy to murder. Pretty smart of her to go out on a date with a police officer. I pushed my son off first. He waved and yelled, going down, and then plunged deep. I grabbed my daughter under my arm and I leapt off the edge. We went far down into the muddy pit of the water hole. I kept her head below my hands and her hair danced away from her face. And I could see the black eyes piercing mine. And I saw it under the murk. She was being baptized by me. At that moment, I had the wisdom to know the difference in her. So when I took them one by one back into town, I showed my son all the ways a pocket knife can be useful, while I had her order a dozen donuts. Thank you.